So I want to speak about a story that Neville gave in a lecture I was reading that I think would help some people. And it was a story about how he wanted his son back. His son wasn't living with him, he was with his mother, but Neville wanted to be with his son. Now, the problem was that he tried everything he could to get his son back physically, but nothing worked. And then she spoiled Neville's name and his family's name. She basically told the son that Neville doesn't want him, that basically Neville's a bad person and the family's bad, and the son stayed away. But then Neville decided to imagine that his son was next to him and his hand was touching the back of his head and he felt his son's presence in imagination. And then the boy, I guess, had a birthday where he turned 12, and his wife called him and said, "Hey, your son's 12. He's now a man. I don't have room for two men. You're going to have to take him in." So Neville took him in. But the one thing I found really important about that, I mean, this is a classic story where he just, imagined something and it worked. But he said that, she poisoned my name, but I just ignored all of that. I didn't care what she said. And that really impacted me in a lot of ways, because I felt that's even more freedom to ignore the facts of the world. That even with a bad name, even with someone creating a bad name about you, you still can assume. It doesn't matter what the world tries to do, because the name is I am. It's not I was. It's not they say I am. It's whatever you say you are. And it's what you claim to be about yourself in imagination. And then, this lady asked him, I don't quite understand how this works. I'm new to the teaching. He said there, okay, so when you say the words I am, know that that's God, and all things are possible to God. Don't think of something outside of yourself when you say the names I am. You never do. So don't think of God outside of yourself, the creator, or the cause. And then he said that when you go to assume that you are, to get confirmation that you are, you look mentally into your world and you see people reflecting what you've assumed about yourself. He says, don't tell them physically anything. Don't tell your friends physically. Don't tell anyone physically anything. You just assume it in an imagination. And if you need confirmation about who you are, see it. You can think of the moment you see yourself expressing what you want in imagination. It's the imagination or God showing you that you already are. He's asking you to believe in him. Believe in that. And regardless of what the rumors are. And he said that God's name is I am. It's not I was. It's not I will be. It's not I might be, if you're thinking out of fear. I might, do something wrong. I might end up in a bad state. It's not I want this, I want this. Someone who's deeply in desire. How are you shaping your I? Are you shaping it with am, or are you shaping it with I was? You're always, shaping it by something. I think people with difficult pasts can tend to shape ourselves with I was. Like I was a victim, I was abused, but we still feel those as almost I am statements. And you aren't I was. You aren't I will be. You are I am. That's what it expresses. You want to bring everything to I am, which is to bring it to God. So knowing that you're not your past and you're not your future, you're not even the state you're in, then you aren't your feelings and you aren't your thoughts. You don't have to associate yourself with these things. You aren't your feelings. They're things that we use. We meaning when I say we, I don't mean the body. I mean we as in the I inside man. The one who can shape himself to I was, to the one who shapes himself to I will be, but the one who also shapes himself to I am. The I is the person I'm talking to right now, the inner you. You have the power to shape and remold your inner world. You have the power to change yourself, regardless of the facts. Actually, the inner man doesn't care about the facts. It just assumes it anyways. So the moment you start to say the words I was, that's not you. The moment you say I will be, that's not you. You are I am, or I might be, that's not you. If you can start associating yourself with I am and associate God with I am, and you stop associating yourself with your feelings and your thoughts or your states, then you should feel free, because you won't feel unworthy of. They're just thoughts and feelings. You're allowed to have all of them you want. You're the one who dictates. You're the one who controls how much feeling you want, how much thought you want, or what thought you want, what feeling you want. If you can allow yourself that control, then you become very conscious inside yourself. And you choose the feelings you would like to have. Because they're just feelings. Nothing is off limits. They're yours to use. And I just found this important to share, that one must not think of them as their past or their future, but as now. And they get to shape that now. Regardless of if someone poisoned your name, or regardless of anything in the world. Ignore the facts of life and assume that you are wanted or loved or respected now. I am is not something in the future, it's now. And the moment you accept that you are it now, that's when the euphoria comes. That's when you feel that you actually feel the wish fulfilled. It's the acceptance of that you are that now. Once you accept that, that's why Neville says he's not speaking about emotion. He's speaking about the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the acceptance of the fact that the wish has been granted. So when you fully accept that you are the thing you want to be, and you confirm it mentally, and you believe in that mentally, well, then you've become it. And in a short while, someone's going to call you and let you know. It happens time and time again. People will, and if people don't in your world, somebody will come into your world and tell you, to reflect it to you. But if you want to see yourself, if you want to see a totally different world, you must see yourself entirely different. You must allow yourself to be able to be forgiven enough to see yourself in a whole new light. And you're allowed to do so, because no thought or feeling is unavailable to you. Everything within you can be taken because it's yours. And I'm speaking to the inner man, not to the outer body. The inner man, everything is yours within. So choose things that you love, because you can. You get to do anything you want. You get to feel what you want. So, sorry I haven't posted in a while. I haven't been, my throat hasn't been feeling the best, and I didn't want to continuously clear my throat while I'm talking. But, yeah, I hope that helps.